Alrighty, so we should be coming in live here. I'm having a little technical difficulty here with my webcam. Let me just pull this over here and we will get started in just a second. All right, that is working. Oh, good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Everybody who's watching right now. Get out of that window. And here we go. So it looks like I will not be able to be on camera today. Unbeknownst to me, webcam is not working too happily. So I apologize. This might be a slightly more boring live stream than you're used to. But I'm excited for this one. This is going to be kind of a new experiment for me. I am all about trying new things. And Friday morning, I'm feeling pretty good today. Got my coffee and my water here. So what I want to do is do a little bit of funnel hacking. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, Russell Brunson, I believe, is the one who coined it, and it's not above me to steal from greatness or borrow from greatness. So what I want to do today is kind of democratize some of the funnels that people have brought into these proprietary systems. What I mean by that is Kartra is one of the tools I recommend for a lot of people if they want to have a more simple way of doing some things. WordPress is extremely powerful. It can do anything under the sun that you are smart enough and techy enough to figure out how to do, or if you find people like me who like to help and teach and do all that, you can get very far with WordPress. But for things like funnels, especially before the advent of cart flows, it was really difficult to build a really cool funnel inside of WordPress. This opened up the marketplace for things like Kartra and ClickFunnels and Kajabi and some of the other all-in-one platforms that are out there. And I love them because they help other people get into this game, and it's pretty much inaccessible to those unless you have a developer or a designer, somebody who can kind of fit all the pieces together. So what Kartra has done really well, and I'm very impressed with, is this area here, which is called the My Campaigns area. And My Campaigns allows you to get fully built, done for you funnels. And I think I can probably play this. I don't know if I'm picking up the desktop audio, but basically like a quick launch formula. They'll explain what happens, of how people can enter into a funnel. Let me see if I can full screen this, make it a little bigger for you. But they have these fully baked in funnels where if you're an existing subscriber, they can click in to join a sequence. If they're opting in or if they're coming from the thank you page, it shows kind of how this entire funnel works together, including the logic. If they click a certain thing, if they purchase a certain thing, what happens next. And they have all of this built in to their platform that can be brought in with just a single click. Let me go all the way down here. Okay, so you can see this full sequence can be imported just by saying deploy the sequence. And that's huge. I mean, it has the challenge of everybody's going to be able to build these really awesome funnels, but that just makes us all be better. One of the things that I really like about Kartra is within their funnels, it's not just lorem ipsum text. They actually have full copy and copy training for how to do this. So Frank Kern is kind of partnered up and he's good buddies with the Kartra team. I don't know what his exact position is on it, but can you guys see my stream? Let me see if you guys leave a chat if you can see me and if you can hear me. I want to make sure. I've got several people on the live stream. My computer's being a little bit funny today, so let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me. Okay, I'm seeing my monitor pop up here, so we're looking pretty good. All right, great. So Frank Kern is an amazing digital marketer. I met him at the Traffic and Conversion Summit in 2019 over in San Diego. And that was a wonderful, wonderful conference. I've got some videos, all my takeaways from that. But he stood up and he talked about different ways of pitching and how you can really bring in your expertise and get your market ready for what it is you have to sell. And I took a lot away from him. I really respect him as a marketer. And so what I wanted to do today is look at what he has put together, the training he's put together on his book funnel. And this is one of those ready to import. So in Kartra, when you sign up for Kartra and you go into the campaigns, you can pull all these pages in with a single click. And I want to just show you, and we're going to rebuild this together. I'm going to get the link for this particular page. This is the long form sales page. And let's go to it. So this is the page I want to build today. And you guys let me know if you have a. Okay, you can see. Okay, can hear. Okay, thank you guys for letting me know that. And yeah, sorry about the webcam. I don't know what's going on. I just recorded a YouTube video, but OBS, which is what I use for streaming, that is having a case of the Fridays and doesn't want to work on me. So sorry, this is all you have for today, but I'm not that good looking anyway, so you're not missing out on a whole lot on the visuals there. So here we go. This is the sales pitch I want to build, and the reason why I want to build this is because pretty much everybody who's talking about sales funnels, they have these extremely highly designed, beautiful looking sales funnels. But what often happens, what is most effective sometimes, is just having the right words on the page and not having all this overwhelming design. Frank Kern is one of the digital marketers that studied the greats. He studied the Dan Kennedys and the Eugene Schwartz and all the original copywriters of direct response marketing back in the the 50s and things of that nature, when it really first got started as a science. And so he's kind of taken their lead of just writing a letter. So what I want to do is show how you can build this in Breezy. I just picked Breezy out of the, for fun. You guys let me know if there's a particular page builder you would like to see me do different content on, different funnel hacks like this on. I'm not going to copy the word for word. Obviously, that would be plagiarism. That's not what I'm all about. But what I want to do is kind of walk through the sales letter with you. We'll do this live so we can kind of see what they're doing and why, and we can put in some kind of boilerplate content like this into our own funnel that we'll build using cart flows and Breezy. So we're kind of taking the best of the best. Breezy is a brand new page builder. It's really exciting. It's really developing at a nice pace, but you're used to seeing it with very pretty content everywhere. And what I want to do is just really break it down to the content, the design of the actual structure of the story, not on the design of the page itself. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions about what we're going to do today. And I'm going to go ahead and pull up my, here we go. Here's my builder here. And let's just go back to our website. This is a blank website that I'm going to build with Breezy. It's just a little tutorial website. I think it's actually still in the 2019. Okay, I pulled in like a little template website here. But what I want to do today is go into cart flows and let's build a new flow. And we're going to create our own from scratch. So we're going to go ahead and design our flow. And ask any questions as we're going through. Anything about Breezy, anything about Kartra or cart flows or any of the carts that are out there. There's a proliferation of cart software, I can tell. So we're going to call this the Breezy book funnel. And also let me know if you'd like to have this as an example at the end of the live. I'd love to kind of set it up for you guys. And we'll leave it in test mode for now. And what's cool about this funnel, let's just roll through this. So I've been in Frank Kern's sales funnel. I've seen his ads. I've clicked through because I respect him as a marketer. And he doesn't go from a lead magnet to a webinar to an 8-section email sequence to try to sell a $5 product. He sends you directly to the sales page. So this is a landing page that doesn't try to get your email address. It walks you through an actual book, an actual product. And by the end of it, he says, buy my book, send me the thing. And when you click through here, it's going to take you through the actual checkout page. So it goes straight through the purchasing process. And so he's selling an extremely low price, $5.60. I don't know why $5.60 is what he chose. But he's going straight for getting customers on his email list, not just email subscribers. The free line is something that a lot of marketers talk about, is that point in which you actually ask people to whip out their wallet and give you money. That's really what he's trying to weed out, the people that aren't willing to cross that free line. So he's doing that from the get-go. So let's go ahead and we're going to build, if we have time, we'll try to build both these pages together, and we'll do it using Breezy. So now let's head back over to our sales flow here. So the book funnel is going to start with a landing page. It's going to go to a checkout page, and we can add some upsells and downsells if time permits as we go. So let's go ahead and edit this landing page. And we'll call this book funnel, or let's just call it my book. And we'll call the title of this the book funnel sales page. All right, very good. So we'll go ahead and update this. Let's put it to the template for page builders, and I'll update it. And I'm going to go ahead and take this link. This is the link in cart flows that's going to send them into the next step of the funnel. And I'll just open up a notepad and paste that link over for future reference. That's what we're going to use to send them to the sales page and the checkout page. All right, so let's go ahead and edit with Breezy. And I'm going to pull up the sales page here. And let's see if we can put this just side by side so I can easily click back and forth and we can build it together here. Okay, so we want to start out here with this first header section, which is to get the attention of the market. So we'll say attention target market. Let me get rid of this page here. Okay. So we'll start out with just some blank blocks. And we've got 2 blocks by default, but we kind of want 3 blocks here, 2 of the dividers and 1 with some text. So we'll just go ahead and duplicate. And now we have 3 blocks. And you could get cute and try to, this isn't quite a third, but this will work for me. Let's go ahead and go to our text module. And once we add some text in, we'll do some global styling of the text to make sure we kind of save us some time down the road. Let me make sure I pull the comments up here. All right, so we're going to say attention target market. I won't get into all the marketing philosophy, but getting the attention of the right people and getting their interest is the first step. So he's doing that very creatively just by saying attention. So that works nicely. They've introduced in Breezy new keyboard shortcuts. So by just holding down Control and up, down, left, right, I'm able to actually orient this in the section nicely. So I'll center this and put it in the middle, and I'll come over here and get a line and put a line here. Again, I'll center it in the middle, and I'm going to copy it by Control C and paste it with Control. Okay, I copied the actual column. Okay, so now we have something kind of looking like this. Let's go ahead and change our color of this text. Click over here to the color. Maybe it should be a little bit of a lighter blue, but we're not going to go for exact replica here. And then here, let's just go ahead and style this a little bit differently. I think it's a little too wide. Let's go for just a single pixel, and let's color it a lighter gray. Let's just go for maybe here. So I'll copy this and I'll do a Control paste with Control Shift and V, and that will kind of put this in there. Okay, so we have our first little section here. And now let's go and get our header. New thing reveals how to benefit. So we won't copy that exactly, but let's make a new section of a single column. Remove some of this padding between the different sections just by dragging around. And let's go into this and make this a header 1. And my new, let's do this. My new book reveals how to benefit. How to get something. You want to show them immediately what it is they're getting from your book. So now here, you'll see, if you want to be exactly like them, you'd want to keep this all on one page. But obviously, when they fill this out, it's going to go over to multiple pages. So I think this looks good. As far as the typography, I like it. I think this is nice. It's very bold. I could probably make that even bolder with Control B, so we'll do that. So now we have a pretty nice looking immediate above the fold area that you can see. Now let's go ahead and add in this H2 or H3 below it. And I'll keep this in the same section. I'll add another text module down below. Even if frustration. Okay, let's take this and let's make it let's try an H2. And that looks nice. That's a nice contrast between the two. And we should be able to take this and make it italicized. Okay, so we're not exactly the same way. This is taking up the majority of the first page, but I kind of like it. It's a little bit bigger and all in your face. And let's go ahead and add one more section below it. We'll add that line below. And again, I'm going to copy the line up above just to get the styling. And I'll click this, Control Shift V, and now I've put in the styling here as well. So take a look at it. I want it to cover the 100% width. So I'll do 100% width, and here, 100% width. That looks a little bit nicer. We're getting into the minutia, but I like that. Okay, so now we have our header here. All right, cool. You guys are saying the stream is coming in loud and clear. I appreciate it. So now let's take a look at the next section of this page. So we're going to have kind of a 1/3, 2/3 layout with the text here and the image here. And what's nice about this is that on mobile, this will stack, so it'll go directly here. And we can kind of make sure the mobile is looking nicely. Actually, way too much padding here, so might just be how the responsiveness of the Kartra builder works. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and make another blank block. In Breezy, I I think the only way you can get to the exact amount of spacing is to drag around. I don't know if there's a way to like tell it 1/3, 2/3. That's something I still want to figure out. So I'll go ahead and do this once, and I'll duplicate it a few times. Give myself a few sections so I don't need to go through and continually align it just right. So let's go ahead and get an image of a guy. We'll come here and just go for an image. And we'll upload. I think I have some images we can use here. This guy looks, oh, this guy, he's super intense. So we'll select him. Zoom 100%. We want to round these corners because we want to be as close as possible. You know, find what works and model it is the phrase. So we'll round the corners, make the height 100, the size 100, and let's go here and increase the radius even more. And you can see here, this is looking pretty good. All right, I like that. So that's going to be our guy, and we want to go ahead and give him a name. So let's go ahead to text. Say your name. Center. And, you know, the goal of this is to be able to, at the end of the day, go in and put your own content in, sell your own thing, and use this funnel. Because if it's good enough for Frank Kern, and if he's making money off of it using the, you know, the upsells and downsells afterwards, it's probably good enough for you as well. So we have this, and then we'll just do kind of, let's do kind of a, I don't want to copy, I don't want to just copy and paste. So we'll say, you know, there's something here. The paragraph text, we're going to have to adjust this. Let's go and take a look at our paragraph text, and we'll go to the gear, choose paragraph. So now we're going to change anywhere where it shows paragraph text. That weight is a little too light for me. Going normal, or maybe even bold. That's too much. So I'll go normal. Line height looks good. Letter spacing looks good. Maybe size 19. Okay, so by doing that, anytime I pull in a paragraph text again, it'll automatically be styled in that way. So that's a big time saver with the Breezy Builder. All right, so we'll just say from your name, and then location if you choose. I think that he does this to kind of show some authority, but depending on your specific niche and your style, you might not see the value in showing your, you know, you're from Florida or wherever you're from. So, okay, so you got your name here. Dear friend, I want you to get this. So we'll just say, let's go with that. I do like that. Dear friend. Okay, to save time, because I don't want to, you know, waste this, I will copy and paste just the text just to get the idea out here. But before I go and do anything with this content, I'll adjust it around to make sure that I'm not copying it. So let's go ahead and copy it for now, this first section here, and put this in with just a paste. Oh, goodness gracious. That was not very nice pasting. Okay. That's no bueno. When you copy and paste, it does not keep the styling of the text. So that's cool. So we're going to build this together real quick. Like I said, I'm doing this live because I kind of want to see how this goes. If you want to get the result, most important book you'll ever read. Okay. Let's just walk through kind of the content here. So address skepticism, what you're getting. He shows the book immediately. There's not this huge wind up to the book, which is pretty cool. So we'll put in another text here. And let's make this an H3. A quick note to the skeptics. Centerline that. And so he wants to go ahead and say, hey, this is not a get rich quick scheme. So let's go ahead and put some content, some kind of coaching content around this here. Section, make sure to address that this product isn't a silver bullet. Okay. And et cetera, et cetera. So then reveal. So we're going to pull in some text here. And then next you want to reveal the product. Okay, so that will be the first section. There's just a little introduction of yourself and say that, hey, if you want to get this amazing result, this is what you want. And then you want to go ahead and make sure people know, hey, this is not going to be a silver bullet. This is not going to fix all your problems in the world, but this is what I have to offer you. And then you're going to want to show off the product. So go ahead here, pull in an image, go in and select the image itself of your product. And that looks kind of like a book there. Okay, so that's what you're going to get. Exactly what you're getting. So let's go ahead and put that text in there. And we'll make this probably another H3 for anything inside the content. You can get this today. I love it. And now they're going to go ahead and kind of just talk through all the different goodness of this product. So we'll just mention some details about the product. Mention the details about the product. Length, story, background, how you wrote it, etc. One thing you notice as you're looking at Frank Kern's sales letter is he uses a liberal amount of space in between his sentences. He uses a lot of bolding, a lot of, he's really kind of selling this thing. There's bold, there's capitalization, there's italicized letters. And what's cool about this sales letter, and I can link over to this page itself if you guys want to see the exact writing of his coaching process, is he kind of mixes between the sample text. So he'll say, like, first of all, this isn't any business book you've ever read. There's no fluff or filler, just battle-tested tactics that are working right now, and it's easy to read. So this is actually something that he used to sell his own book, and he's putting it in here for you to learn his tactics. But in between those quotes, he's also talking about like what the structure of this part of the sales letter is. And he's showing you he's talking to you as a marketer, whereas here he's talking to the customer of the book. So he's really walking you through this process. The sales letter isn't all this long when you're done with it. It's because he has these little sections. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is set up a 1-2 punch combo and a lot of really great stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and just kind of put in some content here that you can fill in. And we'll say use bold, italics, and uppercase liberally to make your points. Okay, so they're going to go through some points here. And you notice here, he is big. He has an entire training on the use of bullet points and check marks throughout your sales letters. That really helps drive home the importance, and they feel like, oh my gosh, every one of those check marks is a feature and something that they're going to get in the book, which is pretty great. So let's go ahead and show you. They don't have styled lists. In Elementor and Thrive Architect and things like that, they have styled lists where you can say, okay, I want a checkbox, I want all these different bullet points. Breezy doesn't have that, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video. So what we can do here is instead go to the icon box, and we can pull in some icon boxes. And now this is going to be our styled list. We're going to go ahead and remove that button. Oops. Click on the button and click the trash can. So now we have kind of a styled list with a star as the icon. And we'll go through here and we'll just search for the word check. And now we have all these great different check marks. You could do, I kind of like, sometimes you get lost looking for just the right icon. I like this one, a little curvy. And they've got the same kind of blue color that they had up here. That's going to be his accent color through the page. So Breezy is nice to kind of make sure your accent colors stay on point. And if I wanted to change this accent color, I can just come here and click on the gear of that blue, which is this color. And I can make it maybe even more turquoise. Let's go about here. And as I change it up, it's going to change it here. And it's going to change it there. So Breezy is great with that global styling here. Okay, so how does he lead into his bullet points? So there's more to this than just consulting. Here's a fraction of what you're getting. So let's go ahead and add something similar to that in this article here. But this book is more than just funnel hacking advice. Here's a fraction of what you're getting when you order it today. So let's take a look at some of these bullet points he uses. So he has a lot of different frameworks here. a question, wrong, and then the answer that has a little bit of curiosity in it. So let's go ahead and say you want to set up your bullets to intrigue and show the reader that what they think is common knowledge is actually wrong. And then here with Breezy, you can just go ahead and I'll Control D, which will duplicate this, and you can set up a bunch of different icon boxes. The more the merrier. You could even add in an animation on this. So just for fun, for one of them, it might look too much if we do too many of these guys. Take this and go to the settings, and I believe I should be able to do entrance animations. Let's just see what we want to do here. Probably like a little fade in up. Fade in up. And if I were to copy, this is actually me testing something. I haven't done copy paste styles on icon boxes yet in animation. So let's go ahead and take a look at this, how this is developing so far. We'll update and preview. Okay, so here we go. This little footer is just part of cart flows, but this is our main header here. One thing I noticed is it's pulling us in with that boxed layout, so we're going to fix that immediately. You can get this today. Okay, it looks like the animation only held for the first icon box. You have to go and put the animation in for each one. So let's do a couple things real quick. We'll go to our page template here. We should be on the Breezy template. So let's see if that did what we needed. And what I'll also do is just let's delete these guys. And we'll, since we have the fade in animation, I'll just duplicate this a couple times. Okay, there we go. Now we have all of our all of our guys there. Let's exit back to WordPress for now, and let's just double check. We should be on the template for page builders and update. And now we should be able to quickly confirm. Okay, now this is looking better. It's full screen. Animation's frustrating me, but I'm not going to spend too much time mucking with it. So let's go back in and finish this up. We're almost done with the sales page here because really there's not a lot of design time needed. It's all about the story there. Okay, and then we'll say at the end of our bullets, and we'll just go ahead and add some spacing here. So let's go ahead and put a spacer and some more text underneath. And much, much more. He says you pretty much always want to use this after your bullets. And then we'll also get a secondary benefit. So let's go ahead and, just for the sake of cleanliness, let's make this into a new section here. And we'll go into our text. Let's make this an H3 again, or an H2. Introduce the second big bonus. So just selling the book alone, they don't want to have that, or this is a benefit here. So you don't want to just have the secondary, the primary benefit. You want to go for the secondary one as well, which is going to be like the little second mint, the bonus you're going to get if you sign up for this thing. And so let's just go ahead and put in some text here. Explain any bonuses, hidden benefits, or other reasons for the purchaser to buy now. Scarcity can be used here, limited offers, etc., etc. All right, so that would be kind of what you'd be able to add into that second section there. And then here's what to do next. So he's actually telling you, the cost and all that. So introducing the price. He's not doing some big reveal either. It's just the cost of the book is $5.60, and you get it instantly. So now we'll go ahead and do that with this next section. So we'll add some text in here and say, here's what to do next. And we'll make this an H3, put it in the center. So now you want to say introduce price, how to actually purchase, and what will happen after the purchase is complete. Make it simple and clear. Alrighty. So we got that there. Now you want to start talking about the money back guarantee or any warranty, and also he's kind of showing some, admonishing of what's out there. So he's talking about kind of the shyster programs that they'll give you a great deal, but then they'll stick you into some continuity program and all this rubbish. So you want to go ahead and say, hey, I know that exists out there, and this is not part of it. So let's go ahead and kind of summarize that a little bit. So let's do a spacer, and let's do another text below. And let's just say, there's no hidden magic. So you want to talk in this section about the fact that tell the reader that there are bad programs out there, but this is not one of them. Money back guarantee, no additional fees, etc. And I think he actually introduces the boldest guarantee in the world. Okay, so he has another section here going on. All right, so this is a really cool section. So once he talks about the price, he's like, okay, why are you selling this for such a short amount of money? Like, I'm literally giving you this entire book for $5. Why? And so he's saying that he really wants to, he wants to get you as a customer because he has more things to sell you later on. So he's being very open and honest with his intent here. So let's go ahead and bring that into this mix here. I will say, why am I selling this for $5? Oops. Oh man. Because they're going to have some scarcity. If you're making all these amazing promises up here of all these things this book is going to do for you, and then you say I'm going to sell it to you for $5, they're like, okay, what's the catch here? So you want to. People are very skeptical of digital marketers these days. So you want to go ahead and tell them there is no catch, but what's your strategy? Go ahead and show them your funnel right up front. Like, I have other things that I'd love to sell you, but I have to prove myself first, which is what the book will do. So the whole point of the book funnel is to get customers immediately, delight them by giving them something that should be charged way more than $5 and giving that away for a cheap price, hopefully enough to break even on your advertising dollars. And then you can make all your profits on the back end of the funnel. That's exactly what he's doing, and he explains it to his readers as he goes through. Then boldest guarantee in the world and limited time offer. Okay, so let's do that real quick. So make that a new section. This is going to be a big one, so make this an H2. Mention the bold guarantee. The boldest guarantee in the world. That's a pretty uppity language there, Frankie. So pull this in and mention. Check this out. I love what he does on this part. So I 100% guarantee you'll love this book in the new training video, or I'll return your $5 and let you keep the book in the video training anyway. Like, he makes it a big deal that you don't need to delete it off your computer. He's not shipping you a book. So I think they're using that from the direct response. What do they call it? Like the late night infomercials when they're selling these big programs, all the things you can get. They let you keep the pots and pans even if they don't work. And so he's kind of giving an ode to that by saying you don't need to return it back. But like, even in reading it, I'll let you keep the book in the video training anyway. He's really being kind. It sounds, he's saying something that doesn't need to be said, but by saying it, he's kind of even winning some additional trust with the viewer. All right, so we want to mention the guarantee and that you can keep the thing even if you don't like it. No need to return. Obviously, kind of silly to read, but you know, I'm an engineer, I'm not a marketer yet, so this is all learning for me as well. All right, so there's a limited time offer, so claim your copy now before it expires. Kind of final header. Let's make a few more of these just in case we need it. And finally, we get the buy button. So we'll say mention scarcity of the offer and how to buy now. It gives a little bit of subtext. Reinforce that this offer can't last forever. Which is true. Everything has its place, but it's not like there's a countdown timer on this page or anything. And then he's going to put in the button. So just, yeah, send me the thing. Send me the book. And because Breezy is so nice, yeah, that blue automatically matches this blue, which automatically matches this. So you have a nice branded section already. And now for the button link, we're going to put in what I got from the step page in Cart Flows, which is going to be the next step in the funnel. And you want to open it in the same tag, so we're good to go. And you can make this centered or left aligned, whatever you think looks better. Hey. Oh, I actually clicked over. Oh, goodness. That was interesting. I clicked on the button to edit it. Okay, whew, it's still there. Whew, that scared me a little bit. Okay, Breezy. This is, I don't know if this is a bug or this is intended, but if you click the button to edit the thing, it's going to take you to the link. I don't care for that functionality right now. Okay, so here we go. Again, I need to add some meat into this. I won't do this live because that would take too much time, and that's not really what I want you guys to see. But seeing the structure of the sales page, I think, is extremely, extremely valuable. Okay, so now we have our button set up, and then they have sincerely, and then a PS. Okay, so the PS is just going to summarize everything again, and then a final buy button at the bottom. So let's do that again. So let's go ahead and down here, we'll do some text, and let's give it a spacer as well. Sign off with a sincerely, your name, PS. Summarize the bullets, the offer, the guarantee, etc. You want to do that again. And Frank, he does say you always want to have a PS because you're building a case throughout this entire sales letter, and people are not going to wait for you to do that. So they're going to see it, they're going to skim through to see what the offer is real quick, and then they're going to come down to the bottom to see what the price is and some of the other things. So if you have your PS there, a lot of people will just read that and not read anything else. So you want to make sure you have that kind of spelled out very nicely. Okay, and then they give you one more buy button. So let's just go ahead and I'll copy this and let's paste it. Maybe here. We'll say, oops. I'm nervous to click this because it's been taking me to the link and that's not what I want it to do. Okay. Oh, and it did it again. All right. So this is a lesson learned for me. Breezy is having some interesting behavior with the buttons. So we'll go ahead and leave that for now because I'm going to have to wrestle with that and see why it's frustrating me so much. Or I could just pull another button in, I suppose. So we'll say here, get the book while it lasts. And we'll go to the link. We'll paste that link in one more time. And let's remove this button. And that's it. Then you have your footer. So let's go and make a quick little footer down here. And I think I can probably use a block for this. Let's see if they have a nice footer that's very simple. Footer. I like this. So we'll start with this guy. We don't have a menu, which we don't need the menu. So we'll remove that. Probably don't want to do social shares right now. So we'll just have this. And then I want to add a line above this to show we're at the footer. And I think I can go all the way up to the top. I do like the styling of this line, so I'll copy. I'll come down here, paste style. So now we have our footer, and I should be able to delete all these other sections. And let's go ahead and just give a background color to this. Like yay. Okay, so now we clearly have the content and the footer here. So, hey, so we are currently building in Breezy using cart flows for our sales funnel. So let's go ahead and show you here. This is the landing page of our sales flow. So if we go back to our WordPress here, and what do you guys think? Like, is this helpful going through an example of, I mean, this is a proven sales funnel landing page where it goes from cold traffic into a landing page. Is it helpful to see this? I know it was kind of a little time consuming going through and rebuilding it all, but to be able to go from scratch and build out an extremely similar looking sales page. Okay, here's all of our nice animations there, which looks kind of nice. Bonuses, what to do next, and having the structure. Is this helpful? I'm curious. This is the first time I've tried this. I've had this idea for a while, but I'm just in a good mood to try something new. This is our sales page. Give me some feedback in the comments below if you like this. All right, so now when they click this button on the cart flows version, it's going to take them to a checkout page. Now let's see if we can build something very similar to this in Breezy using cart flows as the checkout piece. So we'll come here to edit the step, and we'll go back to our flow, which now we're in cart flows. And so that was this step here. We just built the book funnel sales piece. So let's go ahead into our checkout page, and let's take test mode off. And we'll go into the checkout page, and we'll call it book checkout page. Checkout page dash book. Okay, just update some of that metadata there, and we'll hit our template for page builders and update. Alrighty, so we should be good to go and build this guy out. So what I want to do is, again, take this cart flows checkout shortcode, and I'm just going to keep note of that here on a notepad off to the side. And let's go down to select our product. And I think I made a tripwire, which is what this is. No? Did I make a book? I think I made a product beforehand. Nope, I didn't. Let's go into Woocommerce products and add a new product. Let's just build a quick little product, and we're going to steal his thing. So we'll call it a book, and we'll give it a price of $5.60. Make it a virtual book. And the rest you can kind of configure in Woocommerce however you want to actually fulfill it. Awesome. I'm glad this is helpful. Okay, so now we have our book. We have our landing page. Now let's build our checkout page. So I'm just going to update and do a refresh to refresh all this and make sure that we have the book pulled in. Probably title it something better than book, but you know, we're gonna go with it for this tutorial here. Alrighty, and then before I even get into it, let's go ahead and go to our checkout design, see what we're going to get here, and I want to go ahead and try to mimic this as best as possible. So this is a one-column design because he has the checkout process on the left, and he has the other benefits here on the right. So we're going to mimic that design. So let's get rid of our product. We don't need that. We'll come here to a one-column design. Oh, silly me. I need to actually install the one column. I need to install CartFlows Pro. Let's do that real quick. I thought I did that already. I have CartFlows and not CartFlows Pro. Okay, so I'm going to come here to plugins, add new. So you can see all the things you can do with just the free version of CartFlows. That's quite nice. And I'll go here to my quick access. I think I've done this recently. CartFlows Pro. Okay. Let's install. I hope it's the latest version. It should be good enough for this tutorial at least. Okay, so we have CartFlows installed. Let's come back here and just do a quick refresh. Alrighty, so we have our book. Now under checkout design, I can do 2-column or 1-column. And this is a 2-step, which we're not going to do for this tutorial since this is not the design they use, but this is a beta version of CartFlows that I'm playing with that allows you to do 2-step checkouts, which is very, very nice. And now for the checkout fields. We'll do custom field editor. Let's take a look at what fields they have here. So they're asking for your first name, your last name, your email, your billing, your city, postal, country, state. I don't know why. I don't know why they're asking for all of that, but they are. So we're going to go ahead and kind of mimic this. I'm not a big fan of that decision, but they have first name, last name. They don't have company name. I don't think they have country. Oh, yeah, they do. Wow. All right, so they have like all this stuff. Take the phone number off. And we'll disable ship to different address because we're not shipping anything. All right, so all that content is there, but I'd probably recommend you take away some of these additional fields, but we'll update this. And I see also down here, we enable an additional field like a text box. I'm going to take that off because I don't want them to be able to do that. And I'm going to disable the coupon field because I don't think they have a coupon field here. Coupon fields are nice because you can easily give people access to things for like little special bonuses, but they're also crummy because when somebody sees a coupon field and they don't have a coupon, they're going to leave your page and go look for a coupon code. Smita says, I can't hear you. Your voice is very slow. Well, not being able to hear me and my voice being slow is two very different things. I do know my voice is slow, but that's because I'm working too. It looks like I have audio coming through. If anybody else is having a hard time hearing me, please let me know. Things are looking good on my side, but let me know if my audio is having any issues. I can take a look at it in a second. Okay, so we have the back end stuff figured out for our product. We know what product we're going to sell. Let's go ahead and design this checkout page. All right, cool. Thank you guys for confirming I've got some good audio, but I do know, yes, my voice is quite slow. All right, so now we're here on the checkout page, and the goal here is to transform this blank canvas into this. So let's go ahead and do just a couple little pieces here. Let's add that header. Let's take a look at our header options. We don't have to do everything from scratch. So this one looks most similar to what we want. They have kind of the company logo and the phone number. So we'll start here. And then I don't need a menu, so I'll delete the menu. And this is kind of interesting. They have a link directly to the help center, which I've actually heard at the conference. This was a tactic, was, put your phone number on the checkout page, tell them, hey, I'm a real person, you can call me, but also have your help desk there available at the checkout. So that would be something you could do. I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll remove this. And then on this guy, I should be able to oh, I can't do that. I want to align this to the left, and this, I want to bring it over to it a little bit. Okay, now let's just take a look on mobile, how this is going to look. Okay, so they don't show the checkout on the mobile, which is a responsive view decision. Okay, so that's okay. If you're on the desktop, you get the phone number. On the others, you won't. And that's just kind of how they chose to do that on that template there. So now here, I would call this probably, what do you think? 2/3, 1/3, or 3/4, 1/4? I'm going to go with a 2/3, 1/3, and just do 60s. Let's do like 66.9. All right, so that's going to be our checkout area. Here with Cartflow, with Breezy, all you have to do is pull this in. Sorry, you want to pull in a short code. So I'm going to look over here for an embed, I think it is. Here it is, shortcode, WordPress shortcode. And then we can go here and paste the Cartflow's checkout. It's going to give you some problem because it doesn't know about the checkout yet. But if I hit update, okay, and then if I preview this, I should see, okay, great. So we've got the company name. Again, it's doing that weird thing of boxing in my layout, so I'll fix that in just a second. So we've got this looking quite nice already. Let's go ahead and do a little bit on this right column where they have an image of the product again. So I'll just pull in another image module. And on this image module, let's see if I have something bookier. I don't want to use this exact book because that came straight from Kartra. I don't want them to get mad at me. So we'll do this. All right, this is what you're going to get. And one of the weird things with Kartra is that, or with Breezy, is how they handle heights on images. So I want this to be 100%. Yes. Okay, so that looks really cool. That's what you're going to get. Name of your book. So let's go ahead and, which page am I on here? I'm getting page confusion. All right, so we got that. We got the name of the book. So let's pull some text underneath the image. Name of the book should be probably an H3, maybe an H4. You want it to fit on one line, so you kind of style it around as much as you need to make it fit on one line. And let's put a little divider underneath it. Again, it's too thick. 1 pixel, a little bit grayer. Okay, so name of the book. And then you got more of the bonuses here of what you're going to get. So let's go ahead and put a few of those icon boxes we just styled earlier. So we'll come over to the plus, icon box, grab this guy, let's go. I probably should have saved a global item for that checkbox because you'll be using that a lot in your career as a digital marketer. And we'll do this check. And on the color, we've got that nice highlighter color. We don't want any more buttons, but we want this checkbox. Let's just call this bonus 1. And then you guys get the idea. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. I'll probably need to do some massaging of this to make it all fit nicely, but this will work so far. And then refund policy, your data is safe, a couple of different things there. So let's do another line. Let's just duplicate this guy and pull him down beneath the last one. And let's do one more icon. Not the box, but just the icon itself. And I think there's some guarantee seals with Breezy. Maybe like a trophy medal. Let me show you this. If you guys aren't familiar with Breezy, this is a really cool one. So they have all their icons categorized. Let's go to business and finance. I'm looking for something that looks kind of like a warranty or a guarantee or an award. Here we go. What do you think? Let's go with this. That little icon. And we'll put some text below it. 30-day money back guarantee. Which I probably misspelled. And let's make this about an H, not H6, maybe an H4. Okay. And some more content below that. And yada yada, you get the idea. So let's just leave it at that and put some boilerplate text. Okay, so let's update this and see. One thing I like is I like the symmetry where there's not too much content over here, not enough on there. So depending on your own bullet points and what you have going on, you'll want to adjust this. But already, this is a cool looking checkout page, right? Okay, so I can see I would want the book to be smaller and for this to be kind of pushed up a little bit. So let's do some slight editing here. We'll edit this with Breezy one more time. Let's make that book a little bit smaller. I can just click and drag and boom, look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, I thought this would be much harder than it actually was. Sure. That looks nice. All right, we'll update this and let's head back to the dashboard because what I want to do as well is the coloring of the checkout design. Because we didn't start with a template, the font family is like Times New Roman. So we'll just pick like a Verdana, something that is slightly nicer looking. And now let's test the funnel that we have so far. We'll go back to our beginning and let's go to our book funnel test. So we have our sales page, quick note to the skeptics, all of our fancy check marks with way too much animation. All right, they want to buy. Click the button. Why is this thing? Okay, so we'll take a quick look at that. But now we have a nicely styled checkout form field, the book, the bonuses, the money back guarantee, all nicely laid out here. So is that pretty cool? Is that pretty cool so far? I'm kind of enjoying myself. So let's edit this and make sure, okay, somehow it got us back on the default template. So we'll just update it to the template for page builders. And now if we go back to this page one last time, okay, that looks much better. We have our checkout page. I don't know, you might not want that shadow there. I'll leave it for now, but I would probably remove that shadow. And now we have a nice checkout page. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so that's step 2 of the funnel. And we haven't even talked about the other steps within the cart flows example. So let's pull up our cart flows funnel here. And so what happens after they check out is they don't just go to a thank you page. No, that's a silly, silly idea. They go to a one-click upsell. So let's go ahead and take a look at the one-click upsell and see. I have not built this before, so let's see. This shouldn't be too hard. All right, so they got their stuff. It's very simple. Step 2 of 3, customize. Oh, I love that. It's not like, hey, special offer. It's customize your order. Dang, these guys are smart. So then the 2 buttons, yes or no. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to take this over here. We're done with our checkout page. So now let's go to our flow and let's add a new step. And we're going to create an upsell page. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. If not, you're crazy because this is fun. All right, let's get this in the same browser. Okay, great. So this is our checkout page, or our one-click upsell page we want to see after a successful purchase. So with our sales flow, we want to go from landing page to a checkout page to the upsell page. So we can just drag and drop and move that up there where it's supposed to be. I don't know if I have a product to sell for my upsell. So let me come in here real fast. Okay, the printable thingy. I was playing around with something, I think. So I'll go ahead and add an upsell offer, and let's just give it a value of $97. Really go for the jugular there on the upsell. And let's head back in to edit our upsell. Just kind of clearing out some of the steps I don't need here. Okay. So now we're here on our upsell. So we'll just say video training upsell, whatever you'd like to call it. Again, template for page builders. Let's hit update real fast. Okay. So you guys all see it. It says template for page builders. I wonder if it's going to mess with me again. So now we're going to select our product, and I named it upsell. So here's our upsell offer. You offer them one quantity, and then the discount amount. This is cool. You could either apply a coupon automatically, or you could go ahead and just say like, hey, for 50% off, you get this discount. So from instead of $97, it'll be like 47 something or other. I can't do math. Okay, so we'll update this. And now we have the product is linked up to this section. Now we need these short codes, which are just the links that are going to happen. If they click the yes button, you want to send them here to this link. So I'm going to come over to my handy dandy notepad. Yes link. And I'll put that there. And then the no link, I'll put this here. Okay, so we have, and you see how similar it is. It's just offer yes, offer no. All right, so now we get to design again. So let's hop back in, let's just update one more time for good measure, and we'll come into edit with Breezy. Okay, so here's our page, very simple. Let's get our inspiration one more time. So we have a quick little header up top. Let's get rid of this product. All right, so we're gonna do a simple blank module, not a whole lot of design needed here. Pull some text in. Step 2 of 3. Custom. I love this. Like, if you have to respect the skill these guys have. Like, come on, customize your. I've never heard that before, but that's pretty freaking cool. All right, and then we're gonna have a progress bar, which I think Breezy has a nice progress bar. Progress. We'll pull this underneath, and we'll say, so, However, as an engineer, I have to poke fun at this. Step 2 of 3 is not 50% complete. That's 1/3 step, or 33% complete. Anyways, I'll get off my high horse. All right, so, but they are great, so I'm going to follow them. And do they say like progress? No, they don't have any text in here, so we can remove this text. Hey, there you go. Almost complete. And then you can decide, do you want to take up the entire width or some smaller amount of width? I like that. And then let's also put some text underneath it. Ooh, you know what? Let me show you something here. So if I just pulled the text underneath, and if I right aligned it and said like, what did they say here? 50% complete. If I move this over to the right hand side, it's going to look bad because it's going to be greater here. What I could do is spread this to the full width, but instead what I want to do is add a row element. And in this row element, now I can adjust the width of this row. I'm getting a little bit geeky here. There it is, width. I can make this entire row smaller and then drag the content inside that row. So now these guys should respect the same sizing, and now you can nicely, it's kind of like a content box where you can make all this stuff follow the same styling. Awesome. Glad you're enjoying this video. All right, so we can customize our order. Now we want to have important, please watch this brief video before claiming your... Ah, so smart. I am going to just copy that right now. Alrighty. Yeah. Paste this in, and let's make this an H2. And center it here. Very smart. And they're going to put a video in, and I can just pull a video right here. You'd put whatever video content you want. I'll put a YouTube video in just for fun, just to make it look a little real. Let me find something here. I don't know if you guys watch the Vikings show on Amazon. I've been kind of binging on it recently, so I'll put Ragnar Lothbrok there in the middle. And so let's see how we're looking. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Placeholder here. You know, this video is too big. I think that's gonna. Ideally, I think, you know what, this entire thing is a little bit too big to me. I think you want it to all fit in, so you can put it all above the fold. You don't want there to be a whole lot of. There you go. And then this. I think the idea behind an effective one-click upsell page is try to make sure they can see the buttons on the page itself without having to do any scrolling. I think that's definitely going to help you and at least get your offer seen and heard. Oops. Let me go. What did I do? Oh, yeah. Pull this up a little bit. So that looks pretty good. And now we want our two buttons. And this is one of the things I love most about Breezy. It's like, it's a tiny little thing, but it means so much to me. So with their buttons, normally it's hard as can be to get buttons to go side by side. But here, all you do, duplicate, and now you got two buttons side by side, which is lovely. And I think I can even add the spacing between them a little bit more like that. So that looks really, really good. And let's grab our links. And we can do some styling of these buttons. So first, let me see what we want. Okay, so yes is on the right, and no is on the left. So let's do yes. And what do they say? Oh, yes, I want this. Oh, yes, I want this. And instead of that little icon here, let's make it a check mark. So yes, I want this. And of course, let's change our colors. So the background is going to be a green. And the text is going to be a white. And that will work. And then the hover, let's make it again, background. I'm not being too attention to detail here. A darker green. That looks good. Okay. So we've got that one. And now let's put the yes link. Done. And now let's get the no link. If I can copy and paste. There's my link. We'll come here and they'll say, I'm not interested. And let's go to the icons and put a little X or no cross. Sometimes you have to get creative to find the thing you want. That works good. And we'll come here to the color and let's make it a red. I'm not interested. And if you hover, the red is going to get, ooh, that's very pinkish. Red will get darker. Okay, so now we have our buttons linked up to the correct offers. What do you think? And let's make this video a little bit bigger. And what you might do is maybe make this smaller. Like the whole goal, what I'm trying to do is get the content out there very clear, but not take up too much space in doing so, because you want to make sure you get their attention while you still have them. Okay, so got this. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to update it and just preview it. These guys are pretty intense. And anything else? Oh, and we also probably want to, yeah, let's put this text into our template. So we have a little bit of a thing to figure out, because I made these two buttons as part of the same item, or as part of the same column. It's going to be hard to center this text right below it. Let's put some columns. Yeah, I might have to. Okay, I'll have to do this. You can just as easily have two different columns for your buttons. And then now that I've done this, I can just put text below this button and add this in. And I believe I should, oh, no. Okay, Breezy, I don't think that the buttons should work when you're in the editor. I'm going to leave that comment to the developers there, because that's probably not how it should work. And so now I'm pretty happy. So this is a good looking upsell page. And what else? So let's go back to our example here. We have an upsell page. We could do a downsell page. So if they say no, take them here. Why not? So let me show you a couple of nice tricks about this. So I'm going to do this downsell page, and let's just take a look at how it is. And get the link here. Let's go to the downsell page and see what he says instead. Finish your order. Please watch this for. All right. So it looks like it's the exact same thing, but they move on to step 3 of 3. So I'll go back to this area here, and I built this all in one section. So what I'm going to do is within Breezy, I'm just going to go and favorite it, put a little heart on it there, and let's head back to our dashboard. And we're going to build out another step into our funnel. How long are we on right now? I want to make sure I'm not taking too much time. Am I going too slow, guys? Give me some feedback here. I think we're about on for almost an hour, but I think this is a pretty valuable hour. So we have our sales funnel. So we built out a sales page, a checkout page, an upsell page we just did. Now let's do a downsell page. So we can go to downsell, create the step. Did you create? Try one more time. I might not have clicked the button correctly. All right, so now we have a downsell, which should occur after the upsell, but before the thank you page. So we'll come in here, and again, let me go in and make a downsell product. And you want this to be cheaper than the upsell, but you want it to be something. So we'll say downsell offer, and let's make this a $20 or a $17. You're just trying to increase the value of your cart without frustrating your person too much, without frustrating your visitor too much. That is one of the risks of an elaborate sales funnel. So be aware. Alrighty, and then we'll again go to template for page builders. Let me grab these short codes. Again, it's just going to be the offer yes or the offer no. And I'm going to come into my notepad here. Downsell yes is this link. Downsell no is this link. Okay, so we've built this out. Let's go and select our product, and we're going to use the downsell offer we just created. And quantity 1, we're not going to do a discount on this one, just leave it as the original price. Let's say this is something you can only get from this purchase process, from the sales flow. All right, so we're here. Let's go ahead and do our design. And because this is so similar to the upsell, we're just going to go ahead and start with what we've already done and make some minor tweaks. So I'll go to the plus button, and now we have some saved blocks up here. And I've saved this guy. It looks similar, a little bit different. And I bring it in, and I'm already there. So now let's just make some small adjustments. We want to go to step 3 of 3, finish your order. All right, perfect. And let's move this from 50% up to 75. Let's just type it in. Okay, 75% complete. And then they have kind of the same thing. I'll leave the same video. And then all we really need to do on this section, I'm a little nervous because I don't want to activate the button. This is a little frustrating, to be honest with you. So I click this, and it's going to mess me up. Okay, well, at least it didn't take me anywhere. So I'm going to change the link here from the upsell yes, and I'm just going to copy and paste the link. I'll show you what I'm doing. Took that link, the yes, and now I'll take this downsell, the no, and come on, don't. Why do you do that? I'll have to fix that. And this is the downsell link with a no. And then you can fill in the other content about what is actually going to happen when they click that button. So now we have a downsell. And let's just double check our design. Looks pretty good. A footer you can probably put in there. I'll skip for now because that's just some small minor details. And now I think, everybody, we're down to the thank you page, which is pretty great. So we're going to come back over here and let's pull up our Kartra account. And let's go and take a look at what this downsell, or what the thank you page looks like. So here's where we're going to have to fork off the path just a little bit. So what they have is they have the logic where if they purchase the downsell, it takes you to a specific thank you page. If they purchase the upsell, it's a different thank you page. If they just purchase the book, it's a different thank you page. So that's currently not possible with cart flows, and I don't think you'd want it to be that way. What we're going to do, because cart flows uses Woocommerce to deliver all the products and to kind of integrate with everything, we'll just have a single thank you page that will send them to their account where they can download all their goodies. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of the examples here. We'll get the link here. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if that didn't make sense, that explanation there. But as you see in cart flows, if we come here to our flow, you've got one thank you page. It would be very difficult and very hard to manage and customize if you were to have 5 different thank you pages for the single sales funnel. So I prefer this methodology here. So let's take a look at our thank you page. And it's just going to be very simple. Here's where you download your book. But here's, we're going to make it a bit more generic because they might have gotten the video training, they might have gotten the downsell. So we'll say, here's where you can get all your goodies. And this will be a link to their My Account area. Okay. So let's come here to the edit the thank you page. You also have the ability to bring in your order details. I think that's best practice. I think that's very nice to do. So let's go ahead and design it and give the font. I think we're using Verdana. So we'll use Verdana, and that's enough customization there. You can also put custom scripts here. If you're running ads, then you might want to put your pixel to say, hey, this was a purchase and this is how much it should be used for. So now let's go ahead and template for page builders. And we'll edit with Breezy. Let's take a quick look at this design. So we'll have a background color, a little gradient background with a colored column or a colored row in the middle of it. Let's do a blank block. We'll delete it. And let's give a background color here. I think they're doing a background gradient. Here we go. So the overlay is going to be a gradient. And I think it's just kind of like a gray on one side to a lighter gray on the other side. Not too exciting. And let's make this, I think it's 180 that I want. There we go. Good enough. Kind of looks similar. So we'll take that. That's our background color. Now here, let's go ahead and within this area, let's make this white. So now we have this effect. We want to round those corners. So we'll come here to the border. I'm sorry, you'll come here. They've moved some things around. Border. Styling. There it is. They moved some things around. It's hard to keep track of everything. All right, so 6 pixel padding border. And for fun, let's give it a shadow. All about the shadows. All right, so now we have this nice little effect here. Looks very similar. Let's do like 2 columns, but very similar, almost 50-50. About there. Let's put the image of the main offer, the thing they had to have purchased, the book. Let's use that one. All right, so that's what they're getting. And we'll say, thanks for your order. Let's make this like a H1. And we'll say, you can instantly access all of your items in your account. And then we'll put a button here. And this one will link them to head to my account. All right, and now we should have a fully functioning upsell, downsell, left sell, right sell, all sorts of fun things here within our guys. Let me go ahead and I also think full height. So that's a nice little feature. If you're using mobile, desktop, whatever the case might be, this can nicely center everything here on your browser window and make it last the full height. What I also want to do, let me pull in the order details. So I'll do one last shortcode. I'll put it below here, and let's put a little spacer. And some text that says, here is your order summary. It's not going to look very pretty. It's not going to be very symmetrical. I like what I had, but it's probably best practice to show you the order details on the thank you page because they want to know what they spent, right? They want to know what it looks like. So now we'll update this and let's get a preview so you can see a general idea about what it looks like. Well, that's not right. Okay, I think I forgot to switch something over again. So let's do the Breezy template. Oh, this is interesting. This happened a couple times during this tutorial. Let's exit back to WordPress. And somehow it switches back over to the default template. So move back to the page builder template. And let's view the step. Boom. Okay. And then here's your order summary. It shows it's empty right now, but it will work. And this would just be a link you have to put into your own specific My Account page. Okay, so I'm not sure if I have all the checkout process set up, like the payment details. If I might need to do that real quick because I do want to run through this with you guys. I'm quite proud of this. Is going to be a very intense funnel. So let's go ahead and open it up. And this is what we've built. So over the last hour or so, we've completely funnel hacked a Frank Kern sales funnel with going from cold traffic ads into a sales page where you can go through this methodology of selling this product, what you're getting at, why are you selling it for $5? You can buy it with either of these buttons, and we'll come here to this customized checkout page. So you can put your phone number, you can have your details here, the book you're selling, the bonuses you're getting. Place the order, your money back guarantee. All of this content looks beautiful and it will help your conversions be as high as possible. So it says, seems there are no available payment methods for my state. Oh, I probably need to fill it out. Let's go ahead and fill this out and see what we get. So oh goodness. Well, whatever. You know what? You guys are going to see can I get my P.O. box? There we go. Get my P.O. box in there at least. Okay, so now we have this detail. I think I need to set up something in WooCommerce. If you guys don't mind, I'll just set up a example WooCommerce checkout process. Let me go to the settings here. I'll pull this off for just a second. Make sure that I have Stripe payments enabled. Oh goodness, I need to do one quick thing to show you how the entire flow works, which I'll do right now. It should just take 1 minute or so. So go ahead and let me know. Did you guys like this? And what do you think about the Breezy builder? This is the first time I've really gone through an entire funnel build using Breezy. What did you guys think about that? I'm just going through and adding in my credentials so I can accept payments. Okay, so we should be good to go. That's how easy it is to set up payments in WooCommerce. So let's go ahead and start this over again. Let's view this page and get rid of some of the stuff we don't really need. Okay, so you're on the sales page. You decide, yes, you're ready for taking your business to the next level. So you click the button. We love clicking the button. And now here we go. Perfect. Now we've got our Stripe documentation here. We've got our information already filled out. And let's just do, that's fine. Our email address in, all this content. So we'll put in a fake credit card number. Okay. So they filled it out. They've got the information. And you can see here, this is beautiful because the entire length of the page is almost symmetrical. This should definitely help because you're seeing the bonuses, you're seeing the checkout page, you're getting reinforcements. You're like, oh my gosh, I need to give them my email address. Oh my gosh, my zip code. But at the same time, you're also seeing what it is you're getting. And if you do your sales copy correctly, it should help them make that decision. All right, so we're going to purchase the product. If all is right in the world, we're going to now see an upsell offer. Perfect. All right, so now we got this nice animated guy here. Step 2 of 3, customize your order. So this is our upsell offer. So let's see. If we click this, we're taking the upsell, and we should go straight to the thank you page. If we click this, we're not going to get the upsell, and we're going to get the downsell offer next. So let's run through 2 examples. We're going to accept the upsell, and that'll add it to our order. And now, boom, we're done with the purchasing process because I've already taken the upsell. It makes no sense to show a downsell after they've taken the upsell, right? So then it'll say, thanks for your order. You can head to your dashboard. I would probably do different things on the design here. Maybe I do a 2-column where this is all here. I don't know. I have to play around with it. I don't like how this looks though. Then thank you for your order. Your order's been received. And it'll summarize what you spent. And this is why this is important because for one, if they click through these ups and downs, all these different cells, you want to make sure they know what they actually spent. That should probably reduce your refund rate. Okay, so they got the book for $5.60. They got the upsell for $97 for a subtotal of $102.60, but I put in a 50% discount on the upsell. So the total is $54.10, and it shows the information there. So that is one version, and this, I didn't link this up to anything, but this would take them back to the My Account area where they could complete and get their stuff. So now let's do one quick thing. OCD is getting the best of me. I apologize. I'm probably wasting your time on the live right now. I'm going to move this above. Thanks for your order. And I'm going to put this over here. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I think that will be more beautiful. So they'll have the book, all this, and if they're on mobile, if they're making the purchase, it'll also be a logical, thanks for your order, you're getting your thing, and here's your order summary. So I like that design better. And now to test out this new design, let's go back through and purchase the original product, but then say no to the upsell and see if we get the downsell. You always want to test, and ideally using real money, a real credit card, to confirm everything's working correctly. Okay, get the book while it lasts. And here's our purchasing information again, same checkout page. It saved our credit card information, which is still even now a little creepy, but I'm used to it at this point. So now customize our order. Here's the upsell page again. Let's say I'm not interested in this example. So we'll process it, and now boom, it's taking us to the downsell page. It's still doing that annoying thing where it's not the full page, but you get the idea. This will work just fine, and we'll accept the downsell offer. So now we'll see the thank you page. And now here's I like this already better. So you got our order. Here's all the things. You can access your stuff. And here's your order where we got the book, the downsell offer for that amount. And there you go. All right, so at this point in the live stream, I would probably use my webcam, but my webcam, I can't figure out why it's not working. Let me just look through some of the questions and some of the things you guys have seen, and I think we'll call this a day. All right, so I'm getting a lot of it's helpful. Good, yep, the coupon is definitely a tip there. Audio's fine, good. Yeah, so Smita asked, do we need some plugins? So I'm using, I think, 2 different plugins for this. I'm using Breezy, which is the page builder, which is building all, that drag and drop interface to build the web page. And then I'm using Cart Flows to do the sales funnel and all that sales process. All right, so this was kind of fun for me. I hope you enjoyed this. What I'm thinking about doing, if you guys think this is a cool idea, because this was about an hour of real work of going through this. I'm thinking about putting this up for sale for like a buck or two, like a couple bucks, just to if you like the idea about having, I'll go through and add the copy and make it a little bit better and something more you can use. But nice things about Cart Flows is you can go in and you can actually upload your own flow as like its own funnel and its own template and start with all these pages built out. So if you like that idea, go ahead and if you're watching live, leave a comment in the live chat. If you're watching this as a replay, say, yes, I'm interested. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to be able to, scoop this up. I mean, I could give this away for free, but that was a lot of work. And I think that, using these amazing funnels like people have already built out, I think there's a lot of value in having that little shortcut there. So I'll go through and kind of clean it up and get it where I'm really happy with it, where I could sell it. And I might put it on my website to see you guys if you're interested in it. So thank you for all those who stuck through the end of the live stream. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video and all that good stuff. And head over to incomesh.com and you can create a free account. And I have several courses just like this one. This is pretty much an entire course that shows you how to do a lot of amazing things with WordPress, Cart Flows, Kartra, everything else under the sun. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.